clock on the tower is huge. However, it seems to have stopped. The houses here look just as dilapidated as the rest of the place. The village comes to an end less than 100 meters from here. I hardly think there's a quaint alleyway, a picturesque canal, or a peaceful courtyard hidden around the corner. Actually, I'm quite sure there isn't.
The flight was supposed to be cheap, but the airport is in the middle of nowhere. The taxi here was more expensive than a private jet.
Calm down, Albert.
And on top of that, your friend's guidebook is totally out of date.
You were happy that we didn't have to buy one. No one could have guessed that so much would change here within a few years.
Yeah. Just shut up, okay?
A barrel, like the ones all over the village. I guess there used to be a blossoming barrel industry here. An old cast iron stove. Does that belong to the exhibition? I doubt it. I don't really understand why there's a globe here. I bet most of the people here haven't even seen the neighboring village, let alone the rest of the world. A broken display cabinet. Nothing in it, of course. And here, you can see the world-famous milk churns of Willow Creek. Yay, a treasure chest! I found the treasure! Now I'm rich! That's just a stupid empty chest. Looks like a cross between a Roman chariot and a lawnmower. Postcards, brochures, and advertisements from Willow Creek. Here's some info about the library. Shame, the opening times aren't mentioned. And here are the local places of interest. This seems to be a tourist information office, as well as a museum, but there's nothing really interesting there. A small, colorful tube. Looks like bubble mixture.
That's mine.
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to have a quick look at it. Eddie would have fun with this shelf. There are normal plates, painted plates, decorated plates, and glasses with soil. I don't really want to know anymore. An old telephone, like the ones they used here in Europe at the beginning of the century. More like towards the end of the century for Willow Creek. I don't think that's part of the exhibition. Cleaner, a mop, brush, cloths, soap, and glass cleaner. What should I do with that? There's just that big book in the cabinet. What does it say on the plate? Gordon Family Chronicle. Hey, that might be interesting. This page is full of medals. There's a bit of text there, too. And therefore, our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Commit yourselves only to your one aim, that you may take control of that higher power. Our great strength lies in our secrecy. We stand in the darkness, in the shadows, and look into the light, invisible to all who may impede us. For if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. Only the high priest of the order shall be able to call every member by name and rank. At order assemblies, every brother shall be masked so that none may recognize him. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness. Be wary, my brothers. Behave inconspicuously, but be wary. The day on which you must prove yourselves will come sooner than you think. Not very fruitful. I still don't know what the order's aim is, but it seems to be one single big aim. It's gotta be on the pages before these. I've gotta get that chronicle somehow. What does it say here? The Death Bell of Warm Hill Church. I guess the church doesn't exist anymore. Otherwise, the bell wouldn't be here. An ancient sewing machine. I bet they sewed the curtains here with it, and then just left the thing standing where it was. I'm not sure if this chair is supposed to be for exhausted or knowledge-hungry visitors. It's certainly not sturdy. An endlessly long history of Willow Creek. Let's see. Willow Creek's underworld. The village of Willow Creek was founded during the time of the ancient Romans. Even back then, the river often broke its banks, turning the surrounding area into marshland. A few years after the foundations were laid, a small drainage system was constructed, which managed to alleviate the problem for many centuries. In the Middle Ages, the drainage system fell into despair and was largely forgotten. However, in the year 1867, Werner Gordon ordered the construction of a completely new drainage system in order to put a stop to the growing number of floods and resultant crop failures. This made it possible to keep the parts of the surrounding area dry and prevent the river from flooding again. Next to it is a little illustration of where the water's redirected when the level gets too high. And what's that? There's an old bunker from the Second World War here, too, directly connected to the drainage system. Sounds quite unpleasant. I'm not gonna touch it, unlike the hordes of tourists before me. The madman Samuel Gordon murdered the respected Dr. Heinz Hermann in a bloody frenzy. He decapitated the popular doctor in his own home, near to the village. This seems to be about the murder of a boy. The youngest victim of the series of murders was the 12-year-old Vic V. He was brutally murdered at a stone circle in the forest, not far from the village. Here are some pictures of the stone circle. Witness accounts, a statement from the police, newspaper clippings. It looks like people assumed it was a ritual murder at first. Heavy metal Satanists in murderous frenzy. A shredding machine? What's that all about? Shredding machine from the garden of Black Mirror Castle. Who do the mysterious traces of blood on the inside of the shredding machine belong to? What kind of gruesome stories could this machine tell us about its former owner? In what kind of bloodthirsty crime did it play an incisive role? A mystery that will probably never be solved. BS. The window is locked and alarmed. The window is locked and alarmed. A shredding machine? Shredding machine? What kind? In what? A BS. Excuse me. Hi. I've just arrived in Willow Creek. Have you got any tips for me? Is there anything worth seeing?
Are you also a tourist?
Yes. You could say that.
Well, we actually wanted to take a look at the notorious sanatorium today, but some kind of freak has made a hotel out of it, and the guy at the reception tried to pawn us off with some cheap tourist rubbish. Like we were thrill seekers.
Exactly, Albert. And then he said that the ghost of this Samuel Gordon still haunts the castle. You can see him at night at the windows of the burned wing. Really spooky.
Laughable. Anyway, we came here afterwards. We'd expected a bit more from a black museum. We'll go and see the castle afterwards. Hopefully, that's at least worth looking at.
Thanks for the information. Well, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
I wouldn't know what to talk about with these two. A god. He looks a bit simple-minded. Hi, are you the god here?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobby.
Oh, hello, Bobby. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
What can you tell me about the museum?
I think it's nice. I don't really like it back there, though. It's so spooky.
Do lots of people visit?
Yes. So sometimes 5 or 6 a day.
Has anyone ever broken in?
No, I keep watch.
Nights as well?
No, there's an alarm.
Tell me, Bobby, the cabinet back there, has it been broken long?
Yes, Darren, for 4 weeks already.
How did it happen?
I don't know. One morning I came in, and it was just broken.
So, someone broke in and stole what was in it?
Yes, I completely forgot about that. But it's not so bad. There was just a bowl in it.
What kind of ball?
A big black one.
Thanks for the info.
You're welcome, Darren.
About the black ball,
Yes?
did the police come?
No. Mrs. Puff said they aren't interested in that.
Oh. Well, who is interested in it then?
Mrs. Valley, I think. She looked at it.
Thank you, Bobby. Are you the guard here, Bobby?
Yes, I have to make sure that everything runs shape here.
An important job.
Yes, Mrs. Puff at the town hall gave me the job because I'm so big and strong.
Of course. No one would mess with you, right?
No, I'm very happy that I can work here. Tom says I'm too stupid, but Mrs. Puff says I'll do a good job.
Tom, from the chili stand over there? Oh, you shouldn't worry about what he says.
But he's my brother. He looks after me, and I'm a big burden, he says.
What does Tom do for you that makes you such a burden?
Oh, he does a lot. I'm allowed to stay at his place and help in the pub.
Does he pay you?
No, Tom doesn't have much money. He says I cost too much because I eat too much. But now I give him the money that I get here, then it's perhaps not so bad anymore.
He takes all of your money so you can live at his place. I don't find that fair.
It's okay. It's better than having to do those other things again.
What kind of things?
He used to make me help him doing bad things. I don't like it. I'm a guard. Guards can't steal.
Tom stole things and you had to help him.
Oh, no. No, I didn't say that. Oh, no.
Bobby, it's okay. I didn't hear a thing.
Thank you, Darren.
That big book over there in the display case, the Gordon's Chronicle. What can you tell me about that?
Everything about the Gordon family's in it. Lady Victoria gave it to the museum, but it's only allowed to be shown here, not back there where it's spooky.
I can imagine that Lady Victoria doesn't want to see her family chronicle in that crappy, ghoulish black museum. May I have a closer look?
I'm not allowed to take it out of the showcase.
Have you got a key for it?
Yes, Mrs. Puff trusts me. I've got keys for everything. Except the front door. And Mrs. Puff always puts the alarm on because of the insurance, she says.
So the chronicle is never taken out of the display case. Perhaps I can ask Mrs. Puff myself.
No, the book mustn't be taken out. Lady Victoria has forbidden it. She says it's an evil book.
So you've got a key for the display case, but you're not allowed to open it.
Exactly.
Is that your wonderful bubble blowing kit?
Oh yes, I love blowing bubbles. But I've blown so many today that it's empty.
Maybe I can get some more soapy water for you.
No thanks. It's nearly closing time. I'm not in the mood anyway. I'm too hungry.
Why's that?
I had no breakfast. Tom didn't buy any bread. We've got no money because the pub isn't doing well. And now there's this expensive stall as well.
But you still need to eat.
Tom doesn't eat much. Beer's just as good as bread, he says.
Yeah, I bet. How about I get you something to eat?
Oh, that would be very nice of you, Darren.
Let's see what I can do. Alright, I'm out of here. See you around.
See you soon, Darren.